So last time we learned an uncomfortable truth. That apparently, I guess Yorha also just has assassins to deal with deserters and shit.
I mean, honestly, I kind of expected a little bit of that. I expected assassins. Maybe not for deserters, but definitely expected assassins of some kind.
That does make me wonder, though. Did they ever send, like, E-types after A2? Because she deserted.
That's true.
She is, like, an incredibly successful deserter. She has a reputation.
Yeah, people still know
as
about
being
her.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Incredibly dangerous, even. Oh well,
Hang on, 2B.
I'm sure we'll learn about that.
This machine is still alive.
So destroy it.
Maybe we should hold off. Its main drive
That's
has been
so
trashed,
2B.
so there's no way it can attack us. And we might be able to learn something interesting if we study it.
Destroy it.
No, he's gonna repair it.
Or destroy it.
But information, data. We're computers.
Destroy it.
We love data. No.
That's why her name is 2D, right?
No.
D stands
and
for destroy?
No, D stands for defensive unit.
Oh. What is she
Sorry.
again?
B,
Target
combat.
location data
Oh.
obtained. Marking on map.
Combat with a capital B.
B stands for
You know,
combat.
I'm still not sure any
Yeah,
of this is
but
a good idea.
destroy.
The more data we have, the better, right?
Maybe it would have worked for battle.
We can use this screw to repair that big machine.
Luckily, I already have a screw. So I can just jam that into the machine and it'll
One
work
screw and it's all better.
again. One screw and 47 minutes later.
Let's see. What?
He was Manu.
He was a menu?
Oh no. Why are you surprised? We've known these things can talk. They said words like kill.
That's true.
Mainly they just said kill, and they yelled a bunch.
And like, this cannot continue or whatever.
Well, I mean, those were the other machines, not the Engels
Yeah, but
units. The Engels units just yelled kill a lot.
that's true. I'm hearing some blinking.
Yeah, there's some ores nearby.
My headphones in, it sounds like they're all around me.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
Well, there's some over there.
Did you learn anything from the factory data?
Just how it was manufactured. Pretty boring, actually.
There's
Rats.
still a lot about machines that we don't understand. Gather as much data as you can, no matter how irrelevant it may seem.
What do you mean, 2B? You wanted to destroy it a second ago.
Indecisive.
Don't pretend like it was your idea. That's one thing I really
Anyway.
hate when people do. They
Yeah, I
they
know.
fight you the whole way, and then finally when you get there, they're like, "Oh yeah, I told you it was gonna work." You know, like, you douche.
Yeah, that's a pretty douchey thing to do. Either way, we need to collect some more parts to do some repairs, so let's get to a little bit of part hunting. First order of business, we need more of those screws. And I'm trying to long-range hack, but couldn't get the hack without the machine noticing me, which is actually important. I'll get a hack later where a machine doesn't notice me when I hack it, and there is an important distinction there to make. Also, this is the slow pod program. It casts slow on your enemies.
That's very slow.
It's basically anything within that within the orb becomes slowed down as if overclock activated, but only stuff within the orb.
Right. So like bullets and stuff too.
I'm actually not entirely sure if it works for bullets. I haven't really tested that. I know it, like, usually I just throw it into a large group of enemies and then just go ham, which I think is the best way of going about that. And this one's important. That one contains a screw.
You know, that slow pod program reminds me of in Unreal Tournament 3. Yeah, in UT3 they had slow field generators. I don't know, maybe they had them in the other ones too, and I just forgot. But that when you drop the slow field generator, vehicles, players, everything just moves slower through a slow field generator, including bullets. Which means that, to a kind of weak extent, you could make it into... You could use it like a shield. You know?
That sounds pretty
Kind of catch bullets in front of you and then, like, go around some other way. Or just, like, run into a big group of enemies, drop it, and then run away.
I personally kind of imagine that if like Platinum Games were to make the next Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 16 or whatever,
Yeah.
and they would incorporate like kind of their style of character action game, that slow and sloga would kind of work like that.
Yeah.
Just throw a slow,
Actually,
slow things down.
When I was a freshman in college, I was living with a guy who the two of us wanted to make games, as most computer science students start with. And one of the things we were working on was we were working on a third-person shooter, and one of our characters had a gun that fired basically slow gel, and so it was gonna be like kind of like you'd be able to like make kind of tendrils of the slow gel. We actually got it working pretty decently, but the project never got off the ground. But yeah, you'd be able to like make big blobs of it against surfaces, and then like if you continued to spray on a spot, it would like, you know, snake its way back to your gun kind of thing. And then there was like a grenade you could throw where the shrapnel would fly out and leave behind a trail of it, so it'd be like these like tentacles of slow gel extending outwards. But
That sounds pretty cool.
it looked really cool when we got the visual effect working, and like the concept was cool, but it didn't really have a lot of battle application. Like it seemed like a cool idea, but then when you like got into battle,
I'll have to quickly interrupt you,
Yeah.
because
no
I
idea.
just hacked this thing without it noticing me. And that is when you get options. Like this. We are now large.
Yes.
And we can now fight the large, while large.
Oh, and look, there's 2B right next to you.
Yeah. For some reason, like
Oh,
machines now
snap.
think you're a machine. For some reason they don't notice 2B. Also, while a machine, you can still hack.
Oh snap!
Which you can use sort of to sneak. If you like catch one machine unawares and then just hack from machine to machine.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's in most normal circumstances though it's not incredibly useful, but it's definitely fun. Playing as machines can be pretty fun, though it's kind of hard to do because sometimes enemies just notice you before you can get into hacking range.
Yeah.
Also, you have to be careful because the level that you are as a machine depends solely on the level of the machine that you hack. Though there is a chip that makes it so that you gain a few extra levels to the machine that you hack, which is the hijack boost. But as it is, because if you see in the top,
snap.
if you watch in the top left corner on my health bar, you can see that my character's level, 9S's level, is 41.
Right.
But if you look above the machine in the machine's health bar, you will see that the machine I'm currently in is level 39.
Right.
So it goes by the level of the machine you hack.
Ooh.
I love hacking minigame.
Gosh, the hacking minigame there was a little tricky.
Yeah, I'm not the best at it, but I do love it.
Yeah.
Hooray! We have become larger number. Also, once you're done with the machine, you can just boom. And everything's alright again.
And then you just kind of
pop out.
Hop out, yeah.
There you are.
So while he's
Anyway, we have-
while he's controlling them, he just kind of gone.
Yeah. You, I don't know what, like, I don't know if the idea is that he actually gets inside the machine or whatever, but 9S is just sort of gone.
I mean, like, I'm guessing it's kind of like where the sword goes when you don't have it out, kind of thing. You know, you just kind of
I guess that.
deconstruct or like in Borderlands they have the digistruct system, so like instead of carrying 4 weapons on your back or whatever, or 3 weapons on your back and 1 in your hands, instead like the gun you need just digistructs out of like a little thing on your waist. So maybe something similar here, like
Yeah, with
There's-
how they also just carry a whole bunch of weapons.
maybe your pod is digistructing or something.
Maybe. Now here's a little interesting bit. I couldn't really show it off. Again, I got a tiny machine unawares, and then there's the subjugate command, where now it's friendly. Problem is, it got destroyed almost instantly by another machine,
Well,
which
rip.
was a bit of a bummer. But basically, when you, I'll be sure to show that off more properly in a future video, especially because there is another way of doing that, which I'll show off at some point once I have access to it. But when you successfully subjugate an enemy rather than like remote control it, it will gain like a little halo above its head to showcase that it is now friendly.
Yeah, he's a
And-
good gun.
Yeah, and you won't be able to damage it, but it will damage enemies and will be damaged by enemies. Although, similarly to 2B right now, the AI of a subjugated machine also completely depends on your AI partner settings. So in my case, they would be just completely passive. But they would also just be taken out of the fight, so
Yeah,
still useful,
it's like killing them.
basically. You kill them with friendship.
I mean, yeah. Do you get XP for subjugating?
You get, I believe you just get experience for successful hacks either way.
Okay.
So
So then
there
I
is
guess
that.
if you're really looking for the XP, you probably want to like hack and make them explode, and then if you need to hack and make them explode again.
Well, you can only hack them once, so like you can't subjugate and then re-hack them.
No, that's what I mean. Like hack them and don't subjugate, just make them explode
Okay.
like a regular
That
Yeah.
should
hack.
be everything we need to repair the machine.
Yeah, but most of the times you won't be catching enemies unawares anyway, and when you just catch them while they are aware, or at least aggroed onto you, they will just always explode. It will just default to
Yeah.
detonate mid combat. Which I kind of like. I kind of like that because it's sort of like I imagine it's sort of like the idea of oh yeah, I love this shot. I was lucky to get this, I think. But it's kind of the idea of you can access different parts of their system because they are not aware of your presence.
Sure.
So you can
Yeah.
subjugate or just completely control. Anyway, now that we have material, time to see if we can repair this machine a bit more properly. It only takes another 53 minutes. As well as some more screws and some other junk.
Let's see what we can do. Oh, hey there.
That was a yawn, I guess.
Yeah.
That's how machines yawn.
Kind of wish I yawned like that.
Just your entire face just opening up.
I mean, yeah, well, nobody would really want to spend the night with me.
True.
Alright, I'm getting tired.
Oh no!
No, I was just
Oh, no.
yawning. Sorry.
Oh no, God, that
I
was
should have.
terrifying.
I should have covered my face.
Your entire face,
Yeah,
because
not
that was
covering
terrifying.
my mouth. If I covered my mouth, it wouldn't even cover the part that you're horrified by. Sorry, I missed most of that. What happened?
We asked him for information, and he was like, "Sure, here, go ahead."
Oh,
And he now explains why that was so easy.
okay. That's fair.
He's surprisingly nice. For a giant kill
Well,
machine.
I don't know. I mean, like he said, he has no. He's tired. That's why he was yawning. He's got no.
Oh, he has more to say.
Oh.
Good question.
That's fair.
I guess. Well, I guess we'll visit him again
What
sometime.
a strange machine.
I hope you
Sure
do.
is. But for now, there's another machine that demands attention that has been here since forever. Also,
Yeah,
that
my
quest,
boy.
that quest with angles over there, we could have done that during the first playthrough as well, similarly with this one. But before we do that, we're going to do some preparatory work, because this is a special. This is probably the worst side quest in the game.
Oh.
Right out, gonna say it. So let me just install a bunch of stuff. That's all I have.
Evade,
That's not a lot.
move.
Mainly about the move. Also, I should equip that. Let me fix that. There we go. Alright. Let's talk to Sparkly Boy over here. I guess by a definition.
Well, I mean, what if your way sucks? Oh no, one of these.
It's a race. Like I said.
Yeah.
Luckily, this, I mean, it's bad. It starts off alright. The first speed championship over here is not bad. Finish line,
It's over
over
where?
there.
Oh, there.
Yeah. It's nice enough to
What
zoom
about
in
that
and tell
weird
you.
serpent thing?
That's just there.
Is he gonna get in the way at all?
Luckily, no. So yeah, you just run. Just run real fast. This first race, as I said, is pretty easy. Like, the route's pretty obvious, and if you just run and
Ignore the enemy.
don't stop, ignore enemies, don't waste your time, just jump up and be fast.
Yeah.
Move at an expedient pace and you'll win no problem. As I said, first race, really easy. I do
Wait,
like
is that an
finish
American
ride
flag?
machine.
Or is that a checkered
that's
flag? Okay.
That's a checkered
I thought
flag.
that was an American flag for a second. I was like, what?
Also, we're not fast, just fast. We're
Yeah.
just fast once.
Zounds.
Also, just. Oh boy,
Do you know where the
Oh,
word
boy.
zounds comes from?
I have no clue.
Apparently, originally the exclamation was God's wounds, but don't want to take the name of God in vain, so they took God out of it. It just became Zwoons, and that's zounds.
That's really dumb.
Yeah, I agree.
I prefer not to quiver, but yes, let's quiver.
Yeah.
Let's make our souls quiver in delight.
I'm quivering. You can't see me, but I'm quivering.
So this race is not as easy. Now this one, I was lucky this time around. Like, I got it in one in this recording. When I first played this game and I got through this quest the first time, this one took me a few tries.
Look at
Because
two.
there's kind of a trick to it, in that there's certain places you want to go, there's certain places you don't want to go. The annoying thing is your opponent can fly.
Right.
Meanwhile, you have to take the
a
way
ground
around over
route,
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, while he flies along the other side of that building, which is shorter. And usually this would be where he would take me over.
Ooh,
But I got lucky.
nice.
Now, the final race.
Oh no.
Because there's one more. That one's bad, and you'll see how bad. You'll see how bad.
Oh jeez. I hate races in games. I mean, like,
I
racing games
do
are
too.
fine, but, like...
Yeah, but then, then the game was made for that.
Exactly.
This game is made for combat, for fighting. You want to slash things. You don't want to run fast. Anyway, let's break down all barriers: sound, light, tachyon.
Tachyon? You want to break
Yeah,
down the
let's-
time barrier?
Yes, we're just gonna go so fast that we travel through time. 88 miles per hour, let's go. There's a reference for you. So this one's really painful. Okay, so finish line is over there. Oh, sorry, the glorious goal is over.
Oh, there.
And we'll need to take the long way around.
Oh,
Meanwhile, he's just gonna fly in a straight line.
what?
Yes, it is as bad as you think it is. So you need to go down here and just walk around the crater. This giant ass crater. Make sure that you don't get stopped by anything on your way. Now, there are some ways to make this easier. There's a few tricks you can employ. Like a trick you can employ in the first two races that sadly you cannot really do in this last one, is that you can actually throw slow onto the speed machine.
Oh. What?
But yeah, as you can see.
Oh, no.
And there's a counter up there for you, the viewer. Let's see how high that one goes, shall we? Well, my heart was filled with emotional fuel at the end of this, alright? Yes, yes, all the barriers, everything. I will break your barrier, so nope. Nah. This will go on like this for a while. So, there's a few tricks to this race, as I said. Of course, just stuff that slows down time also slows down speed machine.
Right.
So if you could somehow, like, on the way activate overclock, that would be great.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do, though, and I would recommend
Oh,
against
that was
that
so
as
close.
a strat. That one was really close. I was really annoyed. In fact, at certain points, which we're coming up to, I got really, really annoyed. Which was at at fail number 14 right here. I got really mad, and I needed to sort of work that out, but only speed. He cannot be destroyed. He is invincible unless you are fast. So that's not as satisfying to then work at your frustrations. Also, sometimes you just mess up. But there's a few things you should know about going fast in this game. First off, after an evade dash, you will move like faster for a while. And you will start building up speed until you get to max speed. But that's actually not the best way of doing things. Instead, constantly dashing works better. Also, for this part where you fall off, you saw the first time I used gliding.
Yeah.
Because if you fall for too far, you take fall damage and get stunned for a while. But there's a trick to not take fall damage and still fall max speed, and that's by tapping self-destruct. As I did there at the start, I pressed self-destruct as I fell, so the first part I fell without it actually counting up the fact that I started building up speed to take fall damage. So if you do that smart, now I didn't do it smart because I pressed the attack button halfway for some dumb reason, but if you do that smart, you can get to the ground really quickly. Just make sure you don't accidentally explode. And then, as I said, just constantly dash and you'll make it.
Oh my god.
Really close, but you can make it. It would have been less close if it didn't attack.
At least he's sad. At least he's freaking sad.
I'm glad he's sad. And he gives us a prize.
Oh.
He gives us moving speed up +3, which I would have loved to have earlier. Yes, yes.
Whoa.
You are at an end. You are ended. Please end.
Oh, okay.
Please
you feel-
go away.
Actually, honestly, I was starting to feel bad for him. Okay, good. You still look
good for
sad,
you,
but good for you, I guess.
Yeah, good for you. He is so content,
Oh!
he just explodes.
Oh.
That is a very good question.
You're the one holding the
Finish
flag. You're an enabler.
Finish flag machine. I don't know.
Oh,
Why not?
no! Why? You weren't even content.
Maybe he was. Maybe he just didn't. I don't know.
That was
Worst quest over.